Hey everyone, welcome back to Absolutely. My name is Benny. That is Sal. If you were just watching the DC video, it should have gone out before this. We were talking about potentially Avengers 5 and decided to make a whole video on that concept. So today we're going to be talking about that. Today's episode is brought to you by this hot sauce is my hot sauce that I made. It's called Hatchet and Jalapeno. It's a very mild, it's a spreadable sauce. It has whiskey in it for flavor. It is not alcoholic, and it ships everywhere in the U.S. states right now. We have not got an international plan. Would highly be thankful if you would help us get this off the ground. All right.
Please. So I have an article from People Magazine about it from February. So I wanted to share it because it is essentially it says everything we know about Avengers 5. And I'm like, that's fantastic because right now I think a lot of people are still kind of like not sure what's happening with what was Avengers Kang Dynasty. Still in early development. The film was announced at San Diego Comic-Con in July of 2022. Kevin Feige said Phase 5 and Phase 6 of the MCU, here you go. Kang Dynasty, obviously with Jonathan Majors, that's out. But still, they seem to hold firm to the title. And everyone was kind of like, yeah, that makes sense. But there was also some conjecture about like Jonathan Majors having an ironclad contract that said literally only he could ever play Kang, and that's why he plays all the variants. And it's like, no!
Okay, what I find weird about that is I have yet to see a reliable source that says that.
Yes.
That's just some random Twitter people on there that are like, I know everything.
You're right. So what was the title of Avengers 5?
Constipated.
Naturally, based on that voice. The film was originally going to be titled Avengers Kang Dynasty. However, following Majors' legal issues, it seems the Avengers movie will be renamed. In December of 2023, Majors was found guilty of his misdemeanor trial. After an hour, the jury reached a verdict. Marvel dropped the actor who played Kang the Conqueror. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Avengers Kang Dynasty will be getting a new title to remove the character's name, though the publication reports this was in the works before Majors' conviction, noting that, quote, the studio is making moves to minimize the character after Quantumania underperformed, only grossing $476 million, which I should say is still nothing to sneeze at, but shut up. What is Avengers 5 about?
Okay, look, I'll agree with that, but it did underperform in terms of a Marvel movie.
100%. Oh, no. The movie had a lot of problems, not the least of which was that it didn't perform the way they wanted.
Yeah.
It is assumed that the plot will follow the comic of Kang Dynasty, so that's dropped. Marvel has not confirmed the official cast list of the movie. However, because the film is being touted as an Avengers team-up, there will likely be appearances of established Avengers like Paul Rudd, Anthony Mackie, and Jeremy Renner, and Mark Ruffalo.
This is what Ant-Man, Doctor Strange, Captain America, Hawkeye, and Hulk.
Right.
And if rumors are to believe about Hulk, he's getting his own 3-part story, but in other people's movies again.
Yes. So. Apparently, director Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, director Destin Daniel Cretton was originally tapped to helm the movie Avengers Kang Dynasty, and apparently was already working with him in October of 2022. So that's dropped. Jeff Loveness is slated still to write Avengers 5.
I thought he got dropped as well.
But I think he was also dropped.
I'm looking that up because I'm pretty sure he was dropped after.
Well, this is from an article from February 21st, so it's only less than a month ago. But I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff Loveness was dropped, given the underperformance. Basically, Quantumania was like...
He has been dropped.
Okay, there you go.
As of November 14th, he was dropped.
Oh, wow. Damn. So, yeah, you got a movie title. You got a movie with no title, maybe a director, no writer, and no story.
Yeah.
Well,
but we know it has to exist. Honestly, why don't they just go to Secret Wars?
Jump to Secret Wars?
Yeah, or turn this into Battlegrounds leading into Secret Wars.
A good Battle World movie would be really cool to see, just setting it up.
That would also give them an excuse to throw in more random X-Men, more random Marvel history.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you know, it's interesting. There's a post-credit scene in the Marvels where we see Monica Rambeau ends up in the Fox universe where she bumps into a new designed Beast who, by the way, on Disney Plus, they upgraded the CG. He looks a lot better than he did in the theaters. Same model, but just, you know, more rendering
They tweaked it a little bit more?
They tweaked it a little bit more. At least it looked better on my TV than it did on the screen. I'll tell you that.
Okay. I don't think he looked terrible on the screen.
He didn't look terrible, but he looked cartoon. Like, he looked not real. This one, the fur looked better. I was like, oh, okay. But anyway, you know, you got Deadpool and Wolverine coming out, which for all intents and purposes is a sequel to the Fox Deadpool universe movies, right?
Yes.
I mean, it is using the TVA. It is set against the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but like...
They're literally lifting them out of the Deadpool universe and just bringing them over.
Yeah. Why not make... Like, based on the rumors of... We can't cast any new X-Men until 2025, or we can only use the cat. Why not make an X-Men movie? set in that universe. Like, get everybody.
Yeah.
Throw away the Avengers moniker completely and make, like, you know, Avengers Secret Wars, or, you know
what I got the better, not Avengers. Keep Secret Wars.
Yeah.
We don't do Battle World. We use Avengers versus X-Men.
Yeah.
They fight the remaining X-Men.
There you go. Well, because I was going to say, like, the idea of, like, obviously Secret Wars is going to be, like, there are only 2 cinematic universes that you can smash together. The Fox X-Men cinematic universe and the Marvel cinematic universe. You could
throw a Fan 4 stick in there.
Fan 4 stick. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, you could put them in that Fox universe because, like, they're in there, probably, theoretically.
Yeah.
Maybe. But you could better easily set them up to be ready for some kind of a Battle World or Secret Wars scenario and have them fight Mr. Sinister or something. You know what I mean?
Right.
But try your hand. I mean, Feige, I think, was one of the producers on the original Fox X-Men movies anyway. Try your hand at producing a Marvel Studios production of a Fox X-Men movie.
Well, I like the idea better of the X-Men coming over and there being a fight for the X-Men survival.
Right.
So we kind of make the Fox X-Men the bad guys.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we have Mr. Sinister or Moira. Somebody we can just throw away villain kind of a thing. That's
Omega Red or something.
But we'll never use again.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Moira, I can see being a one-off villain in the MCU. They're just gonna
they
throw her out.
They could redo Apocalypse, but, like, again, these are all things that, like, you don't want to, you know, blow your wad too quickly. You want to make sure you have ideas for the future. And one of the things I really want to see is, like, a proper Marvel Studios made Apocalypse, Mr. Sinister, and all that stuff. Instead of Apocalypse, they could use Onslaught. You could open the movie by having Magneto go, nah, and then yank out Wolverine's adamantium skeleton, and then Professor X's like, no, and then you make Onslaught. They'd have to fight Onslaught, and then it turns out, like, oh no, there's another reality, and then it just ends.
That's what I'm saying. They end the whole reality with this fight, and the X-Men get to say goodbye.
Yeah.
But in an MCU movie, and then that cast that wanted to come back as their final contractual thing says goodbye. Right. And we open up the beginning. Like, you end it with okay, so the mutants are gone. We're not going to deal with this. And as they're going through, one last thing happens where Xavier's like, you think that, but I've awakened them in your world. And boom, that's it.
Yeah. That'd be fine with me. I mean, like, you know, as opposed to just trying to shoehorn an Avengers movie that no one is excited to make.
That would be hype. An X-Men versus Avengers versus X-Men movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as we know, isn't truly Avengers versus X-Men.
Nope.
We'll just have some cool fights at the beginning.
Yep.
And then, like, you can even have a hilarious scene where the X-Men are, like, waving goodbye to the Fox X-Men as they're close. The Avengers are waving goodbye. And then, like, we cut back to the Avengers and Deadpool's just behind them. What's going on?
Right.
He's just on the wrong side of the portal.
You know, it's a shame. I fear that, because, like, the movie you could make, one could also pitch a X-Men 97 idea where it's like, take the younger cast and put them in the 90s and just make another X-Men, like, young movie.
I mean, I'm not against your idea of, like, MCU just making their version of the Fox MCU.
Exactly. Like, just another chapter.
You know what? We need a boost. We need to get things going. Just do a Fox.
And people
X-Men.
love these cameos and crap. So there's a massive cameo movie where it's literally just, we're trying this again. I mean, I hesitate to make the suggestion.
Why? They're going to steal it from us, Sal.
No, please do. You ready for this?
Okay.
Don't make an Avengers movie. Don't make an X-Men movie. Marvel Studios presents Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4. And just make all the money you would have made from a crappy Avengers movie, but double it.
Oh yeah, no, like basically you pick up like when he went.
Yeah, when Toby jumps through,
he comes back, and you're like, okay, he lands. Like, all right, so what's next?
Right,
and we just get Spider-Man 4.
Just Spider-Man 4, and it's just, and Sony be like, oh please, oh my god, yes, thank you, and they don't have to worry about, like, it fitting in anything. It's just no. Everyone just makes some money this year.
Yeah,
that's it. That's the movie.
That would be amazing. Or do the idea of, like, pick it up with Andrew Garfield. Just continue with anything we know is going to happen. I mean, we know that Sony wants them to rush a Tom Holland one out in that year.
Right? But this will save a lot of time. No. You don't have to worry about that. Yeah, take your time, work out a Tom Holland thing. But in the meantime, Sony makes some money, Marvel makes a lot of money, and we're all good. And everybody knows, and we know everybody wants to make it. And Marvel's already like in bed with Sam Raimi, given their collaborations before.
Yeah. Wasn't he going to direct Secret Wars at one point?
I'd heard that too. Yeah. So yeah, that's my pitch. Just that's your movie. And hell, you could throw in Wolverine if you wanted to.
Well, there's talks that whatever King Dynasty is now going to have Deadpool and Wolverine based on what Kevin Feige saw in the preliminaries.
I mean,
so that would lean into almost every one of the theories you just presented.
That's true. I mean, honestly, I would watch a new Avengers movie, but that's, let's all hold our horses here for a second. All we know right now is they have a slot for Avengers 5. It's going to be $250 to $300 million.
Yeah.
And so they're allocating a budget for that amount. I'm just saying, a Spider-Man 4 would only cost you $220 million.
I'm on board.
And it would make $1 billion probably at this point. I mean,
I don't understand why they don't just crank out more of what people obviously want, which is, Marvel does 20 Spider-Man things. I'm surprised there isn't a Spider-Man movie every other year right now.
It's outrageous there isn't. I mean, not that I'm saying I want one, but I'm saying it's crazy.
No, I agree that. I think if we started getting it every other year, we'd start to get tired of it. I don't think it's a good idea. I'm surprised it doesn't exist.
Yeah, exactly. No, I agree. Well, especially if I don't want a hastily thrown together Avengers movie that further diminishes every brand associated with it.
Yeah. I agree.
I want to see Jen Walters on the Avengers. I want to see She-Hulk in an Avengers movie, but I fear that if they make some slipshod Avengers 5 that doesn't even have a title, and they put Ms. Marvel, Captain Marvel, She-Hulk, and Captain America, Falcon, people are gonna be like, what the crap is this? These are not the Avengers, and it's gonna tank, and it's gonna hurt all those brands and the overall franchise. So it's no. You got some money allocated. I mean, look, and the only reason why I picked the number of $220 million is because I think that's how much Spider-Man 2 cost and how much most Marvel movies at this point cost.
We just haven't reduced the thing.
I agree. Oh no, Spider-Man movies should be $100 million at best. I mean, it's a dude on wires. It's CG to clean it up, and it's CG for the wide shots. It's not a lot.
I just think we're the wrong industry if we don't have $220 million coming across our table every year.
Seriously. No, I completely agree. That's a good point. Great point, Dan.
What happened to the Absolutely podcast? Well, they started getting $220 million. They moved into a cul-de-sac, and they just don't make videos anymore.
Damn right. I would make videos, but they'd be like, hi, it's me and my pile of money again.
You're just sitting on a pile of money.
Life is good. Still great. People call me you're welcome to do it. Here's a little chat room I made for you.
You're on a hot air balloon, just... Or was it a hot tub?
Yeah, hot tub full of money.
Filled with money. Just
seriously, done.
But all right, guys, that's our theories for Avengers 5. Or mostly Sal's theories, and I agreed with them. But either way, thank you so much. No, it's just fine. Thank you so much for watching today's video. We'll see you next time right here at Absolutely.